Good morning, afternoon, everybody. We're going to get started here in just a moment. And I do want to get started quickly because this is not going to be a very long stream today. Let's make sure the audio is working. Okay, audio is working. But welcome to the stream. Sorry about it being an out of nowhere stream on Thursday. I was initially wanting to do this yesterday, but a lot of stuff has been going on with my job and everything, and I haven't been feeling that well in the past couple days. To be honest, I'm still not feeling very well, but I wanted to get this stream done, so we're doing it. I've been playing a lot of Wreckfest the past day or so, so I wanted to do a stream to show you guys, especially since this review probably isn't going to go up until next week. But very quickly before we get started, we always go over what's going on the channel at the moment. So on Friday, acting like Friday isn't tomorrow. Tomorrow, my review for the horror game Oxide Room 104 is going to go up. That was a very interesting horror game. I kind of like what it tried to do. Other parts I don't like. But that review's going to go up tomorrow, in like 12 hours. And anything else going on? I did start a new Let's Play on my Let's Play channel, Let's Plays to Go. It's on the main page for the review channel. I started a Resident Evil 4 Let's Play for the weekends and still slowly whittling out my KOTOR 2 videos. And outside of that, I think that's about all that's going on the channel right now. I did send an email earlier today to try to get a press copy of Sonic Origins, but if I don't hear back from them, I'll probably buy it and review it within the next couple weeks. And yeah, that's about it. So we're going to dive into Wreckfest today. Oh yeah, and I did start playing Overwatch again. I'm getting back into it, playing a couple matches a day, trying to get good again. Well, good. I was never good. I'm trying to get competent again. But, yeah, that's what's going on here. So we're going to go ahead and boot up Wreckfest, because that's what we're going to go into and do today. I'll show you when we go in. Because there are a few things I've learned about the game so far. Some of it's good, some of it is not so good, that I'll talk about here in a minute, and I'm going to talk about on the review next week. So, the port overall is pretty good. It plays nice and smooth for the career in handheld mode and docked mode, and I am really having fun with it. But there are a few things that we should talk about before we get started. So basically we're just going to go do an overview thing real quick, and then we're just going to keep going where I'm at in career mode until like 12:50, 12:55, because I literally have to leave to go to work in like 58 minutes from now. But I still wanted to get this done. Alright, so here's my Mustang right there, because that's the car I'm using now. Well, for the current thing in the campaign I'm doing. But we're going to dive in here. I'm going to look in the garage real quick, because if you noticed, all of this, we don't have licensed cars here. So, I love my lovely website. If you don't know about it, there's a website called icgd.net. It is a great resource if you're playing car games, because it will bring in all of those games that don't have licensed cars and will tell you what the cars are. I'll leave a link into it below for this game. But I love using that website for Car X Drift Racing Online, this game, all the little indie games. So I'm looking at something, I'm like, this looks familiar, but I'm not 100% sure what it is. So you're like, okay, now it's got like pictures of all the different vehicles. And you can say, oh, okay, I have the Rocket. What is that? Oh, it's a 1968 Ford Mustang. Or this, I have the Trooper. What is the Trooper? And boom, it pulls up. That is a 1987 Jeep Wrangler. It's a really nice resource. for any car game that you're playing that doesn't have licensed vehicles. But let's go into an overview of the game first, because like we got all of our stuff that the other consoles have. We got like our career mode, we got our custom events, tournament, and multiplayer for like online local multiplayer, and we also have this. The one thing I'm really disappointed about this game is Wreckfest on the Nintendo Switch is not a definitive or complete edition. It is the base game, and all the DLC has to be bought like it does on other platforms, which is unfortunate. Because I went in, I wanted to get the Jeep Wrangler. Okay, I had to pay like $4 to get the off-road car pack to get the Jeep Wrangler along with the other 2 vehicles that are in here. I wanted to get some of the really fun goofy roof stuff. I had to pay $1 for that. Now, I'm not saying the DLC is expensive, because it's not. I mean, you want a specific car, you pay like, okay, I want $4. Okay, I want a car in this pack. Okay, pay $4, get the car and 2 others. But it is unfortunate because so many of these console to Switch ports are definitive editions that have all DLC built in, and this doesn't. Which is kind of sad, honestly. I'm really sad about that. And there is one other thing that I wanted to go over. The game plays really well for the most part. Races are a nice and smooth FPS for probably 98-99% of the time. But there is one crashy thing that I've noticed. So let's go into upgrades. Let's go into visual upgrades. And as you can see with upgrades, we've got a bunch of parts that you can install. We can like do engines to change the stats of the vehicle as we unlock them. Like this acceleration can go up to like 8.0, like holy crap, crazy. And we got a bunch of different stuff. We got like valves, camshaft, pistons, ignition, intake manifold. We got a bunch of different stuff we can install. And then we have armor that we can put on the side, because this is kind of like a demolition racing game. And then there's visual stuff where we can change the tires, we can change the exhaust, the hood, the spoilers, and all that fun stuff. But we have this, a goofy bit of customization where you can say, hey, I want these gigantic air horns on top of my Mustang. Then I'm like, boom. Or we can do some of the more goofy DLC ones. You can put a giant chainsaw on the top. You can put goofy pixelated glasses on it. You can put a turd on the top of it. You can be like, I don't like Mustangs. I'm going to put a big turd on the top of it. Or I'm going to put this giant rubber duck on here. Or a shark. Let's put the shark on it. The problem is some cars don't let you do that. Here we go. Let's go to the Jeep Wrangler. And this is my setup on it so far. We're going to equip the Jeep Wrangler, and we're going to go into upgrades. We're going to go into visual upgrades. Okay, you can change whatever visual stuff you want with the tires. You can change whatever you want with the fenders, with the grill. And that happens. And I believe this has to do with the DLC roof pieces and this particular car. Maybe it does it with other DLC cars as well. But every single time you try to go into the roof things with the DLC Jeep Wrangler vehicle, it crashes. If I go into any of the base game vehicles, it works fine. But literally every single time I do it with the Jeep, no. Can't do that. Can't do that. Can't do that. Crash every single time. Which kind of sucks. Because I'm not gonna lie. I wanted to put that giant rubber duck on top of the Jeep. It would look hilarious. But yeah, Hopefully they'll fix that. Because like I showed you earlier, going with the Mustang, no problem. Going with the Jeep, problem. So let's go ahead and re-equip the Mustang, because that's what we were using before. Why is it? Why? It's a random shark on top of the Mustang. But yeah, that's the only problem I've found with the game so far. As far as like optimization wise, is that weird combination of using that DLC vehicle with the DLC toppers that the game just says no to. But you know, outside of that, it's just got like, it's pretty much the same as it was on other platforms. It looks a little bit less graphically than, you know, if you played it on PS4, but it's the same game. And it's cool, where you got, you know, your cars you can do like different paint jobs on the vehicles. You can do the upgrades, which we looked at earlier. We can tune things. We can change the suspension, gear ratio, differential, and brake balance if we want to, for all the people that are really in depth on customization with vehicles. And then you got market, where you can be like, oh hey, here are all the cars you've unlocked, and you can use your in-game money to buy them. Which, like before, is just, hey, these are the base game cars, so, and you have to actually buy the DLC for the DLC cars. But you know, it's whatever. All I wanted to use in this game was the Jeep, so I paid $4 to get the Jeep and the other two off-road vehicles. But let's go back in, let's go into career mode. And career mode is basically divided up into a bunch of different categories, where we got like, oh hey, here's the beginning things, where it's like, oh hey, here's all the events for the beginners. Here's all of tier 2, 3, 4, and 5, all the way up to the World Masters stuff. And there's a bunch of different stuff you can do. Because like, how long have I played this game so far? Let's see if this is updated. No, not Oxide. I've played the game for 4 hours already. And I have done enough of this to pass to the next area, which actually leaves me with 1, 2, 3, 4 sets of challenges that I haven't done here. And I've done the first, let's see, 1, 2, 3 sets here. So you know, if that tracks for the rest of the game, that's like 4 hours. That's like 4 hours right here. This could be like a 20-hour game, and that's a lot of content for a racing game. Especially one that doesn't have an open world for you to explore and doesn't have a story mode to it. And there's like, and this is a demolition game. So, you know, you have races, and then you have like demolition derbies, where you're just in the middle of a big field in the fairgrounds just taking out other vehicles. Because this has a big damage system like Burnout does. It's a really neat game. But let's go ahead and, since we're a little bit low on time today, let's go ahead and go in to an event. Now, when you go into an event, like you see the check marks here on the side, this is a 4-race event. I've already done the first 3 races. And like, if you want to go to your garage, you can say what can and can't be used. Basically, for me, it's, oh look, the Mustang is literally the only thing you can use. Can't use the Jeep. Can't use either of these. So you literally have to use the Mustang. And an interesting thing is, some events are also dependent and restricted on upgrades. Because in beginning juniors, this lawnmower race right here, I tried to upgrade the engine of the lawnmower vehicle. Yes, you can unlock a lawnmower to drive around in this game. It is literally just a driving lawnmower. But I upgraded the engine, and it immediately said no, and that I couldn't use the vehicle in the race. So you kind of like, there's a bit of balance that the game forces you to use there. But hey, let's dive into a race. Let's see, this should be a race. Now I've got 280 out of 400 points so far, because technically the first race of this I got second place instead of first. Let's see, Boulder Bank Circuit, is that one we have been on before? I Don't know. Yeah, and see, here's me versus all the AIs. But let's dive into it, and we'll take a look at the game. Boulder Bank Circuit. I also want to make sure that the game's not going to out-volume me. But we'll see what happens once it loads in and we get started. Okay, so we have a little cinematic that's kind of like showing, hey, here's the track. And as you can tell here, there's a decent amount of detail on the stuff. You could... Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh, that shark. That shark, though. Okay, let's get started. So we got, like... You can see a lot of cinematics here. And actually, if you want to look at it, there's a photo mode in this game that I love. So you can, like, hide player names, hide UI. You can, like, take a look at everything. You can just see, like, details on... Like, you can see the details on the driver there, on the paint on the side of each vehicle, like the chains going around it. You can, like, look around. Like, you can definitely tell there's a bit less detail in the trees here, because they're kind of, like, flat things are the... Same with the people here. Because they are that flat render that's always looking at you, so it doesn't look weird. But like the sky details look good. The environments look pretty good overall. The cars look good. Like, and let's see if we can like look at this tent over here. Like, are these all flat models? No. This ambulance here is a fully 3D model. The tent here is fully 3D. It's just the people themselves. And I love photo modes that let you do this. So it's just like, let me just go over here now. But we'll get out of photo mode and actually do the race now. And let's go. Gotta raise the volume on my TV a little bit. Oh my gosh, that shark looks weird. Now, this is a very interesting game. Because, like, you know, in most racing games, you're like, hey, I'm playing Gran Turismo and I'm being taught to respectfully race. This is a race dirty game where everybody's trying to ram into each other. You just, like, slam into someone to use them as a brake going around a corner. There's a big damage system. You can, like, break their doors off, like, completely destroy their front end. And it's a bit looser and arcadey than something like a Forza or Gran Turismo. So, like, you do have to brake and drift around, but it's really loose and you can just kind of like, oh, well, look, this is a dirt road. I'll just, like, aim to the side a little bit and I'll just drift around this corner. Sound quality sounds good, so I'm going to pause real quick, lower that down so it's not distracting me, and we'll keep going and catch up to Lazy Dog up there. You can see a little damage now. See the back bumper is kind of like hanging off. But it's not really until we do the actual demolition derbies where you're ramming into each other to try to take everybody out that you really see the damage system. Like, excuse me, Lazy Dog. I need to get past you. And thankfully this game isn't too terribly difficult. Because when Wreckfest first launched on other platforms, it was known for having awful rubber banding. There is definitely rubber banding in the game, but it's nowhere near as bad as it was. Because there are definitely some places where I've been like leagues and leagues ahead of everybody, and then I accidentally screw up like one part of a turn and they are right on my butt. And I'm like, shenanigans. But it's adjustable rubber banding. It's not that bad. Ah! And then stuff like that happens, where a bunch of the tracks kind of like go in with each other. Let's go in here. Oh yeah, there's damage system right there. I went straight into the side of them, and you can tell that that front end is completely screwed up now. And if you do it enough, the front end will just be gone, and you'll see literally nothing but an engine on the front of your vehicle. Get out of here, Ramona Rotten. Welcome to the chat, Surf Demon. Don't worry about being late. This was kind of like a last minute thing. Because as I said at the beginning of the stream, I wanted to do this yesterday. I haven't really been feeling the past few days. But I have to leave for work in like 40 minutes. So I was like, you know what? We're doing the stream now. We got enough time to do like an hour. And I want to do it. But yeah, we're just diving through Wreckfest. You didn't really miss much of driving because we've been spending the first, 20 minutes or so just talking about the game, what's different about it, the fact that this doesn't have DLC built in. You got to buy the DLC cars like you do on other platforms. And, stuff like that. But yeah, as you can see, the frame rate is pretty nice here. And the frame rate is the same in handheld mode, thankfully. The visuals don't look that different in handheld mode either, so it's a pretty impressive Switch port. At least so far. I've only been playing the game for 4 hours. I could find issues later. But so far, I really like it. Alright, don't hit me. Don't hit me! Why would you hit me like that? I mean, it does give us a much better viewpoint of the damage system, because it's like... Let's go into photo mode, and again, you can see... Oh my gosh, look at that. That's caved in right there. The door's broken off. Shark's fine, though. The front end is completely screwed up and bent in. Oh my gosh, that's horrible. But that's the big thing with Wreckfest. It's a demolition game. Even when you're doing races, you can like run in and take out other players by just completely destroying their vehicles. Oh no, I'm in lap 3. This is no bueno. I might not get first here. I mean, second isn't terrible, but still. Oh yeah, here's rubber banding giving me an advantage too. Just look at how quickly I caught up to him. That's crazy. Now I'm in first place. And I might actually win in first this race. I was like, yeah, there's no way I'm catching up to him. Then rubber banding's like, oh, hey, here you go. Boom. You caught up to him. Alright. And you can also see all of the red on my damage at the bottom left corner. Excuse me, Mr. Razor. I don't think so. No! Really? Really? Fine. This is actually the worst I've ever done in a race in this game so far. But yeah, that's the big thing about this game. It's like you can ruin people's races and they can ruin yours by just like, oh hey, I'm just gonna slam you right at the end and yeah, have fun with that. Have fun trying to catch up. Let's view the replay of that. So we can actually like watch it. Because it does have a really cool like cinematic replay system, kind of like the one in Gran Turismo. Oh, right, I have to hit play on it. My bad. So we can just like watch the race go by. It should automatically change camera angles. Yeah, there we go. Nice little cinematic stuff where you can just like watch the race. Watch everybody crashing into each other over and over. It's really neat little game. And there is one part of me that's kind of glad I waited until today to do the stream, because I know a lot more about the game now than I did yesterday. Because yesterday is when I kind of like started seriously playing the game. Because I got my Oxide Room 104 review finished a couple nights ago, and yesterday I just spent a lot of time playing this. And playing Forza Horizon 5. Because that's a funny little thing that also happened that I didn't mention at the beginning of the stream. I recently got a Backbone controller for my phone. Really just bought it so I could do a PlayStation Remote Play when I'm over at a friend's house and they want to play something like GTA 5 together. That way I don't have to, like, you know, pack up my PS4 and TV and take it over to their house. I can just attach the controller, connect via remote play, and then just stream the game and play with them. But I've really gotten into other stuff that you can do with it, with streaming. Like, Xbox Game Pass streaming works really well on it. And I've been playing and having a lot of fun with Forza Horizon 5. And, okay. Let's go out of the... Yeah, I want to quit the replay, because we want to go and do other things. Was that the last race of this, or was that... Okay. Anyways. Surf Team, it actually looks pretty nice graphically. It does. It looks pretty good. Alright, so we finish the race, so we get credits and experience. Get that experience up, and when you level up, you unlock parts and cars, and that's pretty cool. And you can, like, see the breakdown of what you got. I'm like, hey, you got this much experience for your finished position of 4th. You got a score of 300. Best lap driven, you got 254. And you got a multiplier for the difficulty you chose to do it on. And that should have been the end of... Yep, the end of that set of challenges. Didn't get any of my bonus targets, but I got 340 points. And basically your goal is like right there on the top. You're supposed to get 1,800 points in this to unlock the next set. So, like, you know, right here. You had to get 1,300 points in this to unlock National Amateurs. You got to get 1,800 points in this to unlock Challengers. And then you just go through all these different events until you unlock all that. Because, like, what else do I got? Let's see. I've got... Can we do Hateful Eight? No, we can't. Haven't unlocked the ability to do that yet. We could try Hellbilly Roaded or SummerSlam. SummerSlam we can't do. Hellbilly Roaded it is. So let's see. Oh, this is a demolition derby. So let's go into the garage. Let's see what vehicles we can use. We've got... The Rammer RS is a lot stronger, so we're going to have to use that. And let's see if we can put some armor on this guy. I want to get some... No side armor available. Got a roll cage. Let's see. This will increase strength a little bit. And window bars will increase strength a little bit. Okay. So let's do a demolition derby, which is basically just ram other cars until all the cars are destroyed. And let's see. Anthony says, is this a multiplayer local? You know what? Before we start this, let's look. Go to multiplayer. Checking online privileges. So we know it's online multiplayer. Let's see if there's local multiplayer. Private server. Let's create a private server. No idle servers. Public match. Custom, maybe in custom event? No. Maybe it's just online. But it did say you can unlock. You could invite friends, so maybe you could be online and then invite your friends to play with you. I'll have to look into that a bit more later. But anyways, let's do this demolition derby in the Rammer RS, which, thanks to our lovely little resource, this is an 86 Chevrolet Caprice. Because as I said earlier, this game does not have licensed cars. So, Surf Team, a random question: do you take requests for streams or for the new Let's Play channel? Not officially, but some of the streams and games I've done have been because someone asked me to. Because, like, the Let's Play channel, I literally just started, so I'm, like, still learning a lot of stuff about it. Because the Resident Evil 4 Let's Play I started last weekend is a lot different than the KOTOR 2 one I started. I'm doing it more as the things go up instead of just doing it all at once. But I would not be but if someone said, hey, could you do a stream on this, I wouldn't be opposed to doing stuff like that. I just don't have requests in an official sense. I used to. Years ago, I had a little form on my website where people could put in review requests, but nobody did anything with it. I think I got maybe one or two right after I implemented the feature. But, you know, if there is something someone wants me to stream that I can stream, I don't have a problem with that. Alright, so let's see here. Okay, so our bonus targets are wreck at least 3 opponents, cause at least 2,000 damage. Server Demon said just Googled it and it's only online multiplayer. That makes sense. Alright, let's get started with this Demolition Derby. Where basically we are just like in a fairgrounds and taking out everybody. It's like, take this, dirt trooper! Slam Master. And this is interesting for me because there's actually a county fairgrounds in the town where I live that used to do these demolition derby sort of stuff. I think. I know they had like tractor pulls and stuff. I'm pretty sure they've done demolition derbies before at the county fair. All right, take this, Hemi Breaker. Oh, we can change camera angles. So if you wanted to do a demolition derby in this view and make, oh my gosh, let's get out of this view. Let's just okay. Yeah, let's just do for third person view. Yeah, so basically, yeah, look at how much damage I've already taken. I haven't wrecked anybody yet though. And by wrecked everybody, like if you take an opponent's health down to 0 and knock them out, you consider them as a wreck. You're like, that guy's wrecked. He's done. Hey, Dirt Trooper! Oh, I didn't do anything. How disappointing. That's better. And you got like different points for doing slams and knock and wrecking and all that. Cause at least 2,000 damage. Cool. One of my bonus things is there. Because like technically the task of this is to just survive. Like, don't get taken out, or at least don't get taken out until close to the end. Oh my gosh! Look at this poor vehicle. Oh my gosh, it's horrible. But this is kind of like the fun of this game, where it's like you got this big damage feature, and you're supposed to just like, yeah, just take everybody out with your dwindling frame of a vehicle. There's only 2 opponents left. I haven't taken anybody out, but that's fine. I don't care about that. I've only done a couple of these demolition derby events so far. Missed that. Damaged myself there. Alright, Psycho Missile. Come back here. Ah! Okay, only 1 opponent left. So let's find him. There you are. Ah! It's a lot harder to line up your shot when there's only 1 guy in front of you. So you gotta like carefully follow him around and get him in your sights. Where are you at? Seriously, where is he? Ah, there he is. Yeah, if I could just remember to use my mini-map. Let's see. And Slick on top says, Falk. Oops. And I got wrecked. I'm done. I'm second position. That's not too bad, though. I still got credits in experience for that, so I unlocked small side pipes. Alright, so Slick on Top said Fall Guys Season 1 is now free on Nintendo Switch. I did see that. It released like yesterday, I think. I haven't downloaded it yet, though. I'm not super big on the game. I'm looking more forward to Sonic Origins that released today. But I might check it out at some point. And yeah, see, like we got level 9 and we unlocked some new customization parts for the engines. Got credits. Okay. So, Serve Demon, I know you like RPGs, and one came out a few weeks back. I think you might like. It's cheap and fairly short, called Pinku Cult Hex Mortis. Let me think. Have I seen... I think I saw the cover art for that at one... Did I see that? I kind of recognize the cover art, but I don't recognize the screenshots at all. It looks interesting. I might look into that. I can't do that right away because my finances are a little tight right now, because I had to dig around to try to find a good PR email for Sega, because at least for the next week or two, I want to do as many review codes as I can, just so I can save up some money. But I'll write that down, and I'll see what I can do to take a look at that. Actually, let's see how much it is. It's on Nintendo eShop. Oh, there's an age verification. Oh, it's $10. Who cares? Yeah, I can take a look at that. It's only $10. Yeah, I'll make a note of that, and maybe we can do that for next week's stream. Well, maybe if I only do one review next week, I'll do a stream on Monday for that game. Because it looks neat. It probably just flew under my radar. But I do like RPGs. Alright, so what else can we do? We're at 1120. We've got about 700 more points to get. Oh! No. I've already completed that series. Total on Tarmac? Okay, let's see what this is. This looks like a set of races. What do I have that is available for it? I got the Super Van. I'm not doing that. The Super Van Unlock event was hilarious because you're racing with a bunch of full-size school buses and you just have this little tiny van, and it is terrifying. Let's see, Rammer RS. Acceleration is 5.2 and 5.9. Actually, we have to, because we can't use these. So I guess we'll just keep using the Chevy. Alright, let's see how we do. Alright, let's get started. Let's see what this is about. At least for the next 15 minutes or so. Alright, we got Fire Rock Raceway. Looks pretty interesting. I wonder if this is... Oh my gosh, it's 100% tarmac. I think this is the first track I've found so far that didn't have a bunch of dirt road in it. Interesting. Well, let's get started. Oh my gosh, it looks like a standard racing game track. Let's go. Pardon me, guys. Excuse me. Alright, let's get past all this, and we can just, like, look at the... Well, once we get past these guys, we can start looking at and enjoying the environment around us. Though playing a game like this is kind of weird to me, because I like playing games like Gran Turismo and Forza. I've actually been playing a lot of Gran Turismo 7. I played Gran Turismo 7 for like 3 hours yesterday. Just unlocking stuff, doing more of the books so I can get the Route X track for my daily mileage stuff. And it is very interesting to go from a game where it's like super realistic and you're meant to be racing respectfully, not running into every cars, to a game like this where you're supposed to be an absolute monster to everyone around you and say, screw you, go fall off this cliff, see if I care. It's just very interesting, especially when you like look at these games and you can see, like, yeah, there's racing games, but there are so many different kinds of racing games with different, you know, formats to them, different points to them. And then I was also playing Forza Horizon 5 yesterday, where it's like super arcadey, just run around and explore at top speed and just enjoy the beautiful environments around. And me trying to work up credits slowly so I can buy that 2012 Jeep Wrangler they've got in Forza Horizon 5, which looks amazing. That's only 2 years newer than the Jeep that I actually have, and it's a two-door. All right. Let's see, we're on lap 2 of 3. This is a nice track. Oh, look at all these tires that we blew out. I do like that about the game, where it's got all this destructible stuff that can just fly all over the track. Saying, screw you, tires. Oh, like he just did. He just Grand Driftoed right into him. Taking that corner a little too fast there, buddy. But it is nice to be able to see, like, people spinning out and stuff, and not just seeing every AI driver being this really good, respectful, expert driver. And I do really like how much you emphasize on drifting in this game. Just like with how the controls are, with how the feel of everything is, where you're just meant to, you know, brake and just, like, let go of the gas and drift around corners. I've always liked drifting in racing games. That's why I like CarX Drifts Racing Online so much. Because I've still got that on my Switch. And I still play it fairly regularly when they, like, update it and add new vehicles, because they just did that a couple weeks ago. Let's see, Surf Demon said, I got the Platinum Trophy for it. Interesting. Well, I'll check it out. Depending on whether or not Sega sends me Sonic Origins, I might just buy that and start playing it after I'm done with Wreckfest. But we'll see how things go. At the very least, I'll grab it and we'll do a stream for it next week. Alright, let's see. Event 1 out of 4 rewards. Good deal. We got first in there, so we're still pretty good and golden. Get some experience for that. Get up to level 10 soon. Alright, so the next one is on another fully asphalt track. Interesting. Okay, well, let's go into it and see how it goes. Surf Demon says, I've never played a Kemco RPG before. Well, there are a lot of them. Some of them are pretty good. Some of them are eh. The As Divine series is pretty good. As Divine Hearts 1 and 2. I like those. But they are all very RPG Maker-like. Because Kemco just makes so many of them. And, you know, since they make so many of them and they release so often, even on mobile platforms, it's like, yeah, you're going to have a lot of stinkers, but every once in a while, you're going to hit the mark and make something that's pretty decent. Don't you do it! Don't you do it! How rude. Let's get around here. Ah! Oh, Copperhead, you get back here. You're not gonna hit me like that earlier and get away with it. Take that! Oh no! Oh no! I need to get away from these guys and stop getting pushed outside the road. I was just trying to get back at Cupperhead. I made mistakes. Don't you do this to me too? Oof. At least we're still on the first lap. So I have time to catch up and still get a decent placing in this. Alright. Bunny bumper. Slingshot. Pony cracker again. All these guys have wacky names for the AI drivers. Yeah, take that. Take that! Get out of my way, Jumper Jack. Oh no! Bye, tires. But this is fun. Like, you can like completely wipe out, blow away a bunch of tires and signs and stuff, and you can still catch up decently well. Except when you run into a solid barrier that says no. Okay, okay, we're in lap 2. We still have time. We still have time. We still have time to catch up. Okay. Okay. Get out of the way. Get out of the way. I got Jumper Jack? Don't you try. Don't you test me. Don't you test me. Alright. I've got so many people to pass, and I'm on the last lap. Take that, Clutch Slayer! Alright. Oof, that front end. Oof. Oh no. Oh no! I hate that too. Where you just, oh, it just hits Y to reset and the game's like, no, you're going too fast. We're not going to let you reset right now. Oh no. Are we really gonna get 6th place in this? Dang, that's terrible. That's awful. You know what? Just deal with it. Make it up in the next race. Joe says, I want East 1 on Switch. Maybe one day. Maybe one day. Alright, we're going to try this one. Let's see if this one goes any better. That was horrible. 6th place? I feel bad for that. I've played a lot of racing games. I shouldn't be that bad. But then again, I missed that same turn twice in a row. That really messed me up. Alright, let's get started. This place looks cool. Oh, look at the city in the background. That's pretty cool. Out of the way, people. Sledgehammer? Don't even. It's terrible when you screw up like that, but then you don't feel as bad when you see 5 other people screw up in the exact same spot. Out of the way! I got places to be. Races to win. Oof! Look at his hatch! Oh my gosh! That poor hatch. Alright, 5th spot. 4th. Pardon me, sir. Out of the way, Big Papa. I got a clutch Slayer to catch up to. Alright. Oof. That poor front end. That poor front end. Alright, pardon me. Alright. This lap 2. Lap 2. No clutch layer. No. Oof. Oh, all those. Hold on. This is where I screwed up the first lap. Okay, there we go. Brute force. I require getting past you. Almost there. Aha. Pardon me? Would you stop eating my bumper? I don't care how good it tastes. Dang! How rude. Lizzie Joe says, did you try 8? East 8 is pretty good. It's probably my favorite. It had a nice party-based system with it. Some parts got a little repetitive with the defense missions, but overall it was pretty good. Both in story and in the gameplay of the series. Pardon me, sir. I'm going to be in front of you again. No. I wish there was a mirror that you can put on top so you can see, like, right behind. Ah! Whoops. I thought that was just going to dead stop me. But it just blew away. That's cool. I love destructible oh, no! Anyways, I love destructible environments in games like this. That's why I love playing the Forza Horizon games so much, because you just fly through everything. Fences, signs, trees. Okay. Ratty roadkill. That was not okay. There we go. Didn't hit a barrier this time around that corner. No! That was not a good turn. They're right there, behind me. Right there! I guess that's not that close. I guess it's not that close. Right. Slow down for the turn. Holy crap, slow down for the turn. There we go. Oh, this poor car. But I won! First place! Got credits, got a bunch of experience for that. Okay. Now we're at... Right, we're at 11:20 because we're not done with this series yet. So this will potentially get me to about 1,500. Okay. Sir Damon said they have 8 on Switch. Nice. Well, anyways, sorry about the really short stream today, but I've got to get going here in about 5 or 6 minutes. So we're going to go ahead and close this out. And that was a little bit of Wreckfest on the Switch. I'm having a lot of fun with this game. I really like it, even though I still haven't gotten to drive the Jeep yet because the career mode's like, no, you can't use that yet. No. No. But anyways, I'm going to get out of here in a couple minutes, and I will look at that $10 RPG. I'm going to write some stuff down on it and grab that for next week's stream, which will probably be on Monday, depending on how things go with reviews. Probably Monday. Either Monday or Wednesday. But I'll let you know before that. I won't just come out of nowhere with this stream like I did today. But anyways, I'm going to head out. And I appreciate you guys coming and watching the stream. And I hope you guys have a great day. And yes, the stream next week will be longer than 55 minutes. I apologize for that. See you guys.